What up, everybody? This is Dario Hunt from Living Life Fearless. Welcome back to another entry into our Fearless Show podcast. Today's date is March 14, 2020. With me as always, my co-host, Mr. Reese Walker. Say what up to everybody.
It's good, everybody. Welcome back to the Fearless Show. Me and Dario about to chop it up again. It is our second time in 2020. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, it's been hectic, obviously. So this is, like you said, it's only our second time getting around to this. But even since that last time, there has been quite a lot that has happened around the world since we last checked in.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously the elephant in the room is the coronavirus and how that's basically bringing everything to a standstill.
It's taking over the world. It must have been sent by aliens.
Yeah, there's a lot of conspiracies out there, some more than others, you know?
Yeah. Definitely.
But, I mean, you're in New York, so I don't know if you want to paint a picture of what's going on out there.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm in one of those, like, capital cities, you know, main international ports of the world, and yeah, things are interesting, you know. The other day, like, a couple days ago, I was supposed to have a pop-up show on Thursday night, and Wednesday was, like, the day people were considering closing everything. So, like, basically wake up, the NBA had announced that the season's closed indefinitely, and then that was like a trigger
for everything else.
For everything else. It was like that happened, and then like Trump was feeling like crazy pressure, and then he like misspoke or some shit about like banning travel to Europe, but he really meant like certain types of travel. Like, I don't know, he was like, I don't know, it was weird. But basically, if you go to like the supermarkets, the lines are like out of this world. Like they're like 3 times longer than usual. Like a friend told me
that empty.
Yeah, a friend told me that there was like a 30-minute wait to get into Trader Joe's. Like they said, it's like a 30-minute wait. Like you couldn't even get in to like
people out there buying like 5 pallets of like toilet paper and shit at a time. Yeah. Like what the fuck? Like how much shit do you have? Like you know what I'm saying?
It's crazy. Cause I used to get lunch at this supermarket at work, and when I went to the lunch break, like I just seen the line. It was like, there's no way I could even get food because it's the supermarket and the food is like all one line, and the line was like to the front door, like all the way like weaved. And I was like, oh hell no, just walk to a food truck.
Yeah, man, there's a lot of panic going on right now.
The latex gloves, you know,
some rightfully so, some not, and you know, it's definitely a serious issue, but I think it's also been blown out to the maximum proportion, you know.
All events are being canceled. Like everybody, there was an artist talk my friend Marvin had, who's been on our podcast, who has, you know, his work is available for you all to see. He's an artist on our website. But Marvin, he had an art show, group show, and he was supposed to do like a whole panel discussion tomorrow, and that's canceled because of this. And
so is the show canceled too then?
I mean, you can't go to the show, so it's like pretty much canceled. Because I mean, it would be up for like the month, and pretty much everything's canceled for the rest of the month.
Yeah. I mean, particularly for like artists like who have stuff going on around now, like, you know, you worked on something for who knows how long, you know, putting stuff together, getting it all, you know, and you finally have it out and like ready to show the world, and then this happens, and it's like,
yeah, I mean, even hitting home, like my fiance Sarah, who's also been on the podcast, she had an artist residency that is postponed because she was supposed to fly out to Colorado in April, so they postponed that.
Yeah, I mean, what do you do? You know what I'm saying? What do you do? Nobody really knows. Like, this is some like brand new shit because like it's not just the fact that the virus, people can get it, and if you're vulnerable, it can lead to death and all that. That is obviously bad enough. But then once you factor in like what after, like, because there's gonna be a point where we do finally get this under control, whatnot. But like, what after now? Because like we were kind of discussing before the show, like the economy is definitely not built or set up for this.
Yeah, there's no relief funds for like the average day person who just can't make money now.
Right.
Like, like
Like
all
if
these
you're a worker,
industries.
you alley worker, wage worker, like I don't know
Yeah.
how they're gonna even be able
Well,
to.
think about all the people who work for arenas and like
Yeah, just any
or
event,
events,
anything associated with any major event, like South by
curating
Southwest
or
was
they're
closing,
not
and
curating. Um,
like there's whole companies that have basically been shut down and went bankrupt from one, cancellation. That's how
yeah.
like fragile things really were, and
Mm-hmm.
people don't really think about that until something crazy like this happens, but it is, and it doesn't just affect people who are gonna go to these shows or like these events or like the people who are hosting events, but like people who was all the resources that would need to even put it on an event, like all those ancillary like companies and people, and
Mm-hmm.
kind of just asked out, and it's like, what do you do? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
I heard some company, I don't remember who it was, but like their all of their like cleaning staff was fired
yeah, I
because
mean, one
they're just
loss of a
nobody
big
because
event
they're
can you can lose
they're
like
they're
60
closed.
plus thousand. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, so it's like if nobody's coming, then
clubs, yeah, how are clubs gonna stay open? Like it's a lot, bro. Like restaurants, people that already kind of profit margins and whatnot are super slim as it is. Like how
yeah,
can't go a
especially if
whole
they
month
just
without
like
work.
started for real. Like that's
And then now we
yeah,
have, and we have who we have in charge, and I don't see him handling this situation with people very well. I'm gonna tell you that. Like he has no idea
no,
what it means to like go through some shit like that. So
for real.
there's no
Yeah,
programs in place. There's nothing. So I don't know. Like it's definitely about to be crazy. Yeah, if
yeah.
crazier even after it's all said and done. Like it's gonna be probably
Well,
crazier.
he's not doing a very good job of like calming people down to a point
No,
of
he's
like
he's
or
never. First of all, he's
providing
never been.
awareness. He can't like just inform the people in a way that like provides some
Provide
sort of
stability,
like
security. Yeah, hell no.
yeah,
Like
like
he
Barack
ran on
Obama
being
put up an
opposite.
Instagram post that like was like way more like thoughtful. It was like, yo, check out this chart, this
Wait,
tells a
what?
better picture
Trump
of like
not thoughtful?
yeah, well, because like yeah, all Barack did was post a picture of a chart that showed like everyone doing the careful things, like instead of like just joking about it, not taking it seriously. The more serious it is, the better, like the less it spreads like quickly, and the more the medical industry can contain it. Otherwise, it just peaks immediately and it overwhelms the system, and it comes down, like after the impact is too high for everybody to handle. So like if everybody
Yeah, I
like
mean, I'm
takes it,
not. Like I said,
reasonably
I'm not
seriously,
really surprised that he's not handling this well.
he's like making everybody more worried. Like he's
Yeah,
pissing people off amid uh, a pandemic of sorts.
yeah. Like people, are like, yeah, we'll put him in office. What could possibly, go wrong?
Yeah, it's like a
Well,
natural
situation like
disaster,
this, I'm
maybe.
not really looking towards him to like, guide the entire
Yeah,
country to like
it's like
stability
I
and
saw
like,
I saw what George Bush did during Katrina. Y'all think Donald Trump can do something about any kind of
and
natural
as bad
disaster?
as
Like
Katrina was, that was still one area.
isolated. Yeah.
This is the entire globe. Like,
Yeah, he's gonna trip all over this. He's gonna stumble and fall on his
man,
face.
it's crazy, man. And like I said, I'm not really sure what the outcome of all this is going to be, but I know it's things are gonna look very, very different than they did a couple weeks ago, and
Yeah.
people are gonna be hurting a lot. And I don't know, it's crazy because, like I said, like I was actually in Milan like a week and a half before things like really went crazy there. So it's a little,
Oh wow.
yeah. Like it was just like starting to like kind of leave China and go other places at the
Yeah.
time. No, I was there like a week and a half, maybe a week, maybe even like a week before, and then like the next week later, it was like it exploded like throughout Italy,
Yeah.
and yeah,
That's
it's like
crazy.
I think in almost every country in
It
Europe.
was all
Like,
good just a week ago. Like, facts. Yeah, it's everywhere pretty much. I mean, everywhere that has mass travel, but
which is
places
basically everywhere these days. Like
pretty much everywhere.
that's when the world is disconnected, things like this kind of spread like wildfire, and that's what it's doing. So I mean, I urge everybody to stay safe, stay healthy, stay clean. If you're in a hot zone, basically try to stay in away from people and just public places as much as you can until this kind of gets handled. Because even if might not be directly massively affected by it, people around you could definitely be affected by
Yeah.
it. So
Yeah, the whole thing was that even if you get infected and you're fine, you might carry it to someone who's not going to be fine.
can't handle that. Yeah,
Yeah. So that's the thing, is to consider that aspect, not just like, oh, I'm
and
going to
also
be cool.
overwhelming our healthcare system, which is definitely not set up for anything like this already. So
Yeah. They can barely handle flu shots every year.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it's wild, man. Like you said, everything's getting canceled. All events basically done. The NBA's, which is the first major domino, which is like, man, something that
Ooh,
big
and now March Madness,
suspend, like,
NCAA
everything.
followed
March
up.
Madness canceled. Every
And that's really
European
sad for
sports
like the
league
college teams.
suspended. Yeah,
Imagine being your senior year, going for the chip, and your chances
or this
erased.
could be your first chance to get to the tournament, and,
Or the first chance, yeah.
like, or your one chance you finally get to play in it, and now it's canceled. Like, yeah, that's tough, man. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
tough. Entertainment's definitely the entertainment sector and the kind of cultural sector, like, which relies on obviously public, uh, the public being able to see these things, like actually be in
Yeah.
person to these things, like that's gonna like take a massive hit for a while.
Yeah.
Movies are already getting pushed back like way down the line because of this, and
I mean,
I think, but
bartenders, I feel like bartenders are going to like start losing.
oh yeah, any
like,
service worker is basically screwed. Like at this point, like quite honestly, like basically screwed. 'Cause I
Yeah.
don't know how you're gonna make. You can't really make that up. Like you can't, just go home, work from home. Like not
Yeah,
everybody
for
has
real.
that luxury.
Yeah, most people have to like, yeah. This is
But
interesting.
I mean, one thing I would say is like probably streaming. Like Netflix is probably will start booming after this. Like, a little
Yeah.
bit.
It's a great time for
All
new
those little
content.
streaming services, like stay at home, like they got this massive catalog of content, so like they can
Yeah,
definitely push that now. Like,
for real. I'm definitely going to be doing some Netflix and chill over the weekend. Lots
yeah,
of
I mean, a lot
binge
of people are
watching.
catching up on a lot of shows right now.
Yeah. It's been a while too because I've been busy, but I'm like, all right, I can just sit down.
And this
and
is,
enjoy some
and,
shit.
and this is the great equalizer of anything because it's affecting everybody. Like Tom
Yeah.
Hanks got it, bro. Tom Hanks, bro. Like
Mm-hmm.
the first major celebrity I know that like said he had
Yeah.
not Tom Hanks, bro. Anybody but Tom. Like,
Right. I saw his
you
son
know,
respond for them. He's like, I talked to him this morning. They said they're not too worried about it. They're feeling better, and thank you for all the well wishes and blah blah. And I was like, see, that's the thing, is like people who have it aren't talking as much, or have like there's not a lot of information out there. So like that was like kind of good to
yeah.
hear, but it still wasn't from the horse's mouth. So it wasn't
Did
like,
he do it in a patois voice?
Nah, he did it on the gram, so maybe he did. Everything going be alright. Mida Tom Hanks. Fucking Chet. That video is wild. That's wild. I forgot about that.
He's a wild dude, man.
But yeah, so apparently they'll be fine. So Tom Hanks will be cool. But yeah, everybody.
Well, and lighter kind of Corona. In lighter coronavirus news, Erykah Badu, she's talking about, and speaking of like wild people, she's definitely one of those wild figures.
I don't
Never
even
really know what
she's
gonna come with. All right, so amid the worldwide pandemic, the iconic musician, she used fashion to kind of address the COVID-19 crisis, and
very Erykah Badu.
She was in Austin to be honored with the Filmmakers Soundtrack Award, the 20th anniversary of the Texas Film Awards. And she arrived at the event in a customized hazmat suit spray painted with the Louis Vuitton logo and an armor black and red.
Oh, that's sick. A Louis
They called it decontamination chic.
That's hard as fuck.
Or as Erykah Badu put it, social distancing couture.
Social distancing couture. Man. That's lit. That's crazy. That's crazy. Erykah Badu is a genius. Oh, and know what's even crazier? She did that the same weekend her ex-husband dropped.
Yeah, we're going to get to him in a minute.
That's promo for Jay Elect. No, I'm just kidding.
One more kind of coronavirus news, I guess. So for those stuck at home, there are 12 famous museums that are offering virtual tours that you can take on your couch.
Shit.
So
that's tight, because I just got like mad emails from museums saying like, yeah, we're closed.
yeah, a lot of them. But there are 12 like major ones that are offering online tours and exhibits. British Museum in London, Guggenheim Museum in New York, the National Gallery of Art in Washington, D.C., the Musée d'Orsay in Paris, the National Museum of Modern and Contemporary Art in Seoul, South Korea, Pergamon Museum in Berlin, Rijksmuseum, I think that's how you say it, in Amsterdam, Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam, the J. Paul Getty Museum in Los Angeles, the Uffizi Gallery in Florence, the MASP in Sao Paulo, and the National Museum of Anthropology in Mexico City. So all of those are offering virtual tours of their museums and exhibits from
I'm gonna check that out. That's tight.
So,
I mean, honestly, even though I live in New York, I like never go to the Goog anyway, so I'll just do that.
You can do it, yeah. So, you can still kind of enjoy your cultural, outings and whatnot, but in a different form. So, that's one thing about technology now is that, you can still kind of enjoy those experiences like through VR and stuff like that. So,
yeah.
If anything, I think that'll make them kind of push for more of that type of experiences now.
I think it's a good learning curve. Like, it forces a little bit more knowledge about this, thinking. Like accessibility and stuff virtually.
Yeah. Because not everybody can just go in person. So,
well, it's like like college graduations and shit. Like the graduations are canceled.
Yeah, I mean a lot of like big ones. So like, I don't know, a lot of big things that I think are going to change drastically because of this. Like,
it's nuts. Like, I just imagine like having my graduation canceled would be so weird. Like, it's probably going to just be postponed until whenever. But like your family and everybody already.
But it's not the same,
Yeah. Oh, and like people like I heard somebody's wedding was like going to be in 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, no, that's done.
So yeah,
Can't get no events after that, like, yeah, that's done.
yeah, all kinds of
Yeah,
shit.
crazy times. What was I going to say? Well, that's enough coronavirus talk for this week. I'm sure there'll be even more next week. But
For
let's just
sure.
get right into it. Like I said, we've been away for a while, so we have lots of music to cover. We're not going to be able to get to everything because this year has already been pretty heavy with some drops and whatnot. And
Yeah, last year it was like a
um,
trickle effect, but this year is
yeah,
like,
last year was pretty disappointing, but I think this year can be. We talked about this earlier. I think it could be pretty epic, particularly in like the urban space. A lot of rappers and
yeah,
big names are dropping some shit this year. So I think this year could be shaping up to like being an all time. Could definitely be that level.
yeah. All the
Before we get
players
to
are
that,
like
we
moving
got to talk
pieces.
about Pop Smoke, who we didn't really get to talk about it, or we didn't talk about it at
Um,
all. Um,
Rest in peace to Pop Smoke off top. And what's crazy was literally right after we finished our podcast last time, we started talking about Pop Smoke because we didn't get to talk about music, and we were talking about just his album because this is before he passed, and we were just talking
right.
about listening to his music. So it's crazy that we didn't get a chance to talk about it before the tragedy.
Yeah, I
But
think I texted you like, was it the next day or like it was definitely like a
it
couple
was
days
like a
after. Like
few
it was
days.
like,
Yeah, it was so quick after that, and I was like, "What?" Like, I was so confused. And then just to hear, like, the how and so, like where he was, I was like, "What?" Like
yeah,
that
L.A.
sounded nuts. Like I was like, "That makes no sense."
Yeah, I don't want to speculate too much on it, but I definitely don't think it was
I mean,
a
that's a
case of
hit.
home
That's a
invasion.
hit.
Like
That's the targeted hit.
the way they came in and kind of did him,
Nobody else died
and
in the
I mean,
house
in fact,
party.
you gotta be careful, man. Like
Fam,
he was out there
that's
posting. I think accidentally they posted like the address where they were, and like it wasn't that hard to find.
yeah,
Find them, and obviously people wanted to do him harm, and it's crazy. He was only 20 years old, man. Like he was just starting to like really blow.
yeah.
Like
That's what's
like
nuts about it. And he was
I've
he
been
was
hearing
like,
his name for a while, but
yeah,
I was just like starting to pay attention. Like
literally like a month before his album or something like that was when I was first like, all right, I'm fucking with this guy Pop Smoke, because I went to Yams Day at the Barclays, and Pop Smoke was supposed to perform, but he was locked up. So he was in jail, and him and Casanova had beef, but Casanova came out and said, like, free Pop Smoke, whatever we had is, squashed. I never want to wish that on nobody. So, like, that whole street thing was deaded while Pop Smoke was still in. So, like, when he came out, it was, like, all love and stuff, and I was, like, really excited. But they kept playing his songs. Before the album was out, I heard, like, Christopher Walken was the single, but they played a different song, too, in between sets, and
welcome
it
to the
was
party.
maybe I can't remember. I just remember it was crazy lit because I didn't even know like the Christopher Walken song by heart or anything, but like the entire audience with nobody performing,
Or
it was just
Dior.
Dior. I think it was Dior. Yeah, yeah.
They like the way I like the
Nobody.
way I woo or something like that. I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
Woo! Yeah, yeah. That shit, dog. When I tell you it rang off, I hadn't seen a song ring off like that in a minute. Like there were some performers that night who didn't get their shit to ring off like that, and Pop Smoke wasn't even there. Like it was ridiculous. So
And
like
you
I
were,
don't.
and I say you were in New York, so like from what I was
Yeah,
hearing from people around there, it was like, yo, like he had the whole summer like on Smash, basically, like everywhere you going, like you was hearing that shit, like,
yeah,
and he was bringing like a whole nother vibe to like the New York hip hop scene, and like that's why I was like really started fucking with him because it was like with his voice and like the production he was choosing, like
hmm,
he was definitely it was still that definitely like kind of more grimy NY sound that you kind of expect from artists, but it was
yeah.
like definitely like for the modern like times, like
It's
in a
like
way
the
that made sense.
the New York way that like UK did UK grime and like
Yeah, that was my point.
drill
Like the
music.
fact that he brought like I think this part I can't think too many other times where like a U.S. artist has like gone to like London, like UK rap to like bring something back to like U.S.
Yeah.
So I think that was like
Well,
a big moment for them.
another Brooklyn artist, Jay Critch, kind of reminds me of that. So I feel like he's kind of holding the flag now for that sound a little bit. Now that Pop's gone, so but hopefully other Brooklyn artists come out with some shit like that because that shit is tight, honestly.
Yeah,
Like,
for those that didn't know, like the producer he was using was a UK like drill producer, like he's known for that kind of sound, and he was using a lot of those beats. That's why it sounded so much like that kind of drill UK vibe, but with that very New York delivery. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, for real. But yeah, but like even his raps kind of reminded you of certain like UK rappers a little bit, like like they have that different kind of like vocal tone. So it was dope. It was just crazy. I can't
man,
believe he
it's
died.
just
Like it's just,
no other genre, man. No other genre does this happen like this.
yeah, not for real. It's just
Like
hip
all
hop.
that street shit is cool until like everybody's like bump like all about the street shit until somebody actually dies from it. Like, and it's just like, oh, why
Yeah,
do we keep doing it? It's like, well, like we're
no,
part of the problem.
literally.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all want
Yeah,
this, and then when it happens, people act surprised. And it's just like, man, like it's been happening over and over and over and over again, and it's just like, man, at some point, like this shit is we out here just cannibalizing ourselves. Like,
well, it's just really eerie when like the lyrics, like his songs, like send the Addy Week on slide, like is what happened. Like like that's weird. That's eerie. Like like stuff like that, like makes shit weird. Like I don't know.
yeah. And
I,
he had a song like some song about like being in love with his gun or something like that, and shit like that. And it's like, man, it's like I get it. That's what you kind of grew up in. That's what you know, whatever, whatever. But I
yeah,
don't think like he was trying to self prophesize his death and like wishing this upon him.
yeah, nah.
But it's like at the same time that type of energy it keeps carrying in hip hop is
You have to have a
not
lot of
working out, bro.
security to tell everybody in the world to Pop Smoke. Like, like I'm Pop Smoke, like you ain't with the smoke. Like, so like, yeah. Like, when people go
It's
out there
sad,
like
man.
that,
Like
yeah, yeah, fuck, man.
20 years old, man, just trying to like really do something new and different and
Like,
just like
different. That
that,
was what was
gone.
refreshing. It sounded different. Like, it wasn't this
Trying to be no southern
wave.
trap, like wasn't yeah, bro. Like it was
Yeah.
ah,
And
man,
now
that
he's
sucks.
gone.
Like it sucked. Like I can't say I was like super into him before, but it was just like right when I was really starting to like feel him and like starting to like kind of really try
Yeah.
to, like look, I was like, damn, let me see what
Like, I
he
was
really
excited
got.
to
Like,
see.
you know what I'm saying? I was excited to see what he could do and gone. And like I don't know how many times this happened over the past 5 years where it's like I'm starting to learn an artist and then he either dies, gets killed, or like goes to jail. You know what I'm saying? Like basically just ruins
Yeah.
their whole career, their momentum, whatever.
Well, because everybody,
And
like, was waiting to see Pop Smoke with Bobby Shmurda when he got out. That was, like, a big, like, yo, Pop, like, if Bobby gets out because of the Brooklyn wave and, like, the new vibe that was coming. And, like, there was that whole thing that people were thinking about.
it's I don't know. It just sucks to always keep losing like rising
Yeah.
stars and artists in this genre just because of everything that comes with it. And it's just like, man, it shouldn't be this way.
Nah, definitely shouldn't be this
Not
way.
at 20. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and rappers still aren't learning. Like, some of them, like, I don't know. We'll talk about them later. Like, the baby need to stop pushing. But,
Yeah, that's a whole nother conversation.
yeah.
Don't have time for that one.
Nah,
But
yeah, I was like, nah, that's a long story. But,
yeah, I just wanted to touch on Pop a little bit and like, man, just R.I.P to him and
if you
just
haven't seen his
another
Angie
one.
Martinez interview, watch that. That shit was dope. I saw
Yeah, that
that
was
when
a
he was
good
still
insight,
here.
man.
I
Yeah,
love that.
it's definitely good insight.
Yeah.
So R.I.P to him. We're gonna continue on with some other music. I don't really know where to start because there's so much.
I mean, do you want to do it chronologically? Like, should we jump back and then come now, or should we start with what's hot right now that we just listened to and then go backward?
Got some noise in the background over there.
Yeah, my neighbor's moving.
All right, so I don't know. I think that we should.
It's a lot. Or just pick a couple projects each. Like,
All right, yeah. So I'm gonna just start.
Moneybag. It's your
I
boy.
was gonna say Roddy, but I don't really want to talk about. Like, he's kind of passed on a little bit right now.
Yeah. If you don't know, the Box #1 song, Roddy Ricch,
Killing shit, still
killing shit.
the rising star.
Young boy.
One of the best kind of, I think, melodic rappers out right now for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, check it out.
I mean, I'll talk about Moneybag. I don't really got too much to say about it. It's just that, like, I think it was a bit of a step back for him
Step back.
from, like, it was maybe not necessarily a step back, but definitely like parallel step, not like a
Oh
step
yeah.
forward from.
Oh yeah. It felt
what we
like
got
just like
before.
a part two, almost. But like,
Yeah, like a B side almost though, like not like his best.
it felt like that, but only because it wasn't like crazy slap bangers. But then it like felt a little bit more polished in different ways. So then I wasn't like, I don't know. It was interesting. It was like,
I mean, there's definitely songs like 1, 2, 3 is an absolute banger.
Yeah, 1, 2,
Speak
3.
Form. Even the song with Meg is crazy.
yeah,
Like he got a lot of songs
Pistol
on
in
here.
my
Just
bed.
I think for me, I would say it's a parallel step or even, almost even a step back because content wise, I don't think it had any real like feeling to it. Like
Yeah,
that's
I
why I
feel you.
loved. That's why I loved Forever Heartless because you could really feel like everything he was saying, like in his content was like on point, like throughout the whole thing. Like he was saying some shit on there,
Yeah,
like word for word. Relentless again,
Relentless
part of the
Again.
game. Like
Forever Heartless.
he was saying some real shit. Like whereas on here, it just felt like he was having fun and he was just saying whatever, but it wasn't like
Yeah.
anything that was necessarily meaningful or shit.
it was
that
like
we
a
hadn't
comfortable
heard before.
album. It was like an artist
Yeah,
who
it
knows
was
he's
in
here
his
now.
lane.
So I mean, I appreciate that. I think his next project's probably going to be like really, really dope.
I mean, it's kind of a thing I always have with like artists like him and hip hop that are like in that kind of lane. Though it's like, how much do they really have to say? You know what I'm saying?
Well, it depends on how he wants to do it. I mean, he could really say something, or he could just keep the vibes. You know,
I just
Like,
think their content is a bit limited, like in general.
I mean,
those type
at
of artists
times,
that are in that
unless
lane,
they
like,
talk about
once they kind of
for their core fan base, to keep their core fans, their
like he got songs, he got a lot of songs I enjoyed on there. I still gave it a fire album. I think on one of my last Let's Talk Musics, but it's just like
Yeah,
in terms of on the level of Forever Heartless, it wasn't quite there for me.
no, that's true. I feel you. But yeah, Moneybag out here still killing it though.
He's still going. He is. Halsey was one I want to definitely talk about.
Halsey.
That
I forgot. That's right.
So I've always, I've heard her name for I don't know how long. Like I've always known about her and like
at least
a
5
bit.
years now. I feel like.
But I never really slept with her or like really thought like she was a pop star.
Yeah, I didn't
felt
think she
like
was
she
a
had
star
great
when I was
features.
first introduced to her.
Like she was great on features. I thought like
Oh, yeah,
she's
still.
like kind of that. She was a person you could always turn to for a dope hook or whatever on a collab type song.
Yeah, she was like the Skylar Grey. She was like another Skylar Grey.
But a successful Skylar Grey.
Yeah, and actually touring Skylar Grey.
Not just on Eminem every 3 years. Says Skylar
Had she
Grey.
been on anything else? I wouldn't
Not
know.
that I can recall.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that she did. She always was like kind of in that lower like B tier of like
Yeah.
pop artists. Like
I
she
came
was
across her
close,
when she
but
was
never
dating
like really.
G-Eazy. I was
Yeah, I
introduced
think
to
that's
her
when she
through
really
G-Eazy.
got more publicity and like
I
well
think they
known.
put each other on, to be honest. I think they
I
co-toured and
mean,
like,
it helped both their careers for sure,
yeah.
at least in the public perception. But with this one, I was like, she definitely took that step from like borderline to like
Yeah.
definitely among those top artists in pop because this
Oh
shit was
yeah.
fire.
It was like, well, cause like hands down, I didn't know she was like. Honestly, when an artist like that is coming up, you're like, okay, pop star, good writing. She'll probably hit me with a ballad and like, some stories about a boyfriend or
Like an
something.
industry, just a regular industry pop artist, like one that
Yeah,
they just churn out every 5 years.
yeah, but like I turned that shit on and I was like, whoa, this is like melancholy, like kind of like she's really emotional and connecting in this music, and it's not like hey, let's dance like the whole time. And I'm like, oh shit, she's like
Nah,
in
she
her
was getting you
bag
some
right
shit, like
now.
some real shit, bro. Like,
Yeah, I was taken back. So I was like, at first I was just impressed off like the first play, like oh shit. She's here. Like this is an album. Like
nah,
Clementine, I think was the first single or something, and that song was like if that basically was a good, honestly, little window into how she was coming. I thought that was like a one off. Like maybe she's not coming like this.
oh, this is a full concept project. Like, this was her kind of going into all her like inner demons and her past trauma and her,
Hmm.
like really just laying bare like everything that she been going through and gone through and like from a very like from the perspective like where it's not too clean, like it's just kind of like it is what it is, like here it is type shit, and
Yeah.
not like oh I made it through everything, like not like it's something that she felt like she's still like kind of dealing with, and it's just like she was speaking about it in such a raw, real way that it was like you couldn't help but feel like she was
Well,
saying some shit. That you feel
officially,
like,
she's no longer like G-Eazy's
nah,
ex
she
girlfriend.
definitely
Like,
buried that. Like on
yeah,
this album.
1,000%. Well, because the
She
thing was,
definitely
her name
ended that
kept
whole
getting
shit.
dragged through his
Nah,
bullshit all the time. Every time he got brought up, they would
I
bring
forget
her
which
up.
song it
And
was, but she definitely like or interlude, but she definitely like ended that shit quick.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, she's here for sure. But she dropped around the same time as another project that I was like way too into. So I had to like go back to her project because I kept playing this other one on repeat.
Yeah, I got you. But I mean, songs like "You Should Be Sad," which the little country bop, like that shit was
Oh
fucking
yeah,
fire. Her single
yeah.
without me's fire. Like
Hmm.
she did a good job of like giving it everything. Like
Strip
the
back.
more dance shit, the more like acoustic vocal led shit to like the everything, bro. Like
Hmm.
she delivered on this one. Like I think every artist, like pop star, especially these days, is kind of looking for that album where they can shed their like untouchable pop image, like this unvarnished pop image they have, and kind of
Yeah.
give people a real shit. And
Hmm.
like I think it rarely works out well for people that way because they don't kind of do it all the way. But
It
like
has to
this one,
be done authentically and all the way.
yeah,
Like
and she did this one all the way.
it kind of reminds me of like when Kesha turned the leaf and started to like be.
I didn't like the album, so
Well, I
but
mean,
whatever.
yeah, but like that's what I mean. Is like it was Kesha was doing it over Poppy. Like she was doing it, but then the song would change into like
Well,
this shit. Where
have
you're
you
like,
heard
well,
Kesha's latest project?
nah, I didn't hear the last one.
She reverted all the way back, so we'll talk about that.
Oh, she went
probably
all the way
another time.
back.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
I thought it was the one.
reverted, like,
Yeah, nah, I listened to the
all
one
the way
before that.
back.
But the one before that was what I mean. I'm referencing the one before that.
Yeah, no, and then the latest one, she went like all the way back again.
Well, hopefully
So,
Halsey
like,
doesn't do that for the
early
next project.
2010s Kesha, like
Oh no,
yeah.
no, that's not what we want. No, that's
So,
weird. Well, that's another story. Halsey's album was fire.
fire. Before we talk the one you want to talk about, we got to talk about
Yeah.
Selena Gomez though.
Ah,
because she also tried this.
no comments. No, I'm just kidding. Wait, nah, I still have.
And
Go ahead and give her some flowers.
no, I was gonna say like I was ready to hate right off top. Like I was ready to just go ahead and shit on this like right off top, just
Yeah.
because everything she did leading up to this was so fucking corny.
Right.
And I hated her rollout. I hated her begging for people to play
That
her
was
shit
the
and stream her
rollout.
shit.
Like, how about a music video? Like, like, yo,
How about just your music speak for itself type shit? You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like the
give
fuck,
me a
like,
visual to go along with the sound instead of just you begging me to hear some shit.
but it's actually a really good pop album, bro. Like it is.
Word.
Like
I don't know, man.
like no shit. It really is. Like she really did her shit out here. Like it's way like
Vocally,
it's kind
though,
of similar
is she
to the Halls.
great? Like, is she a good, like, really good singer? Because I've never like given
Nah,
Selena like.
she's not like phenomenal, but she's a serviceable pop singer. Like she's like if you're gonna look at like a pop
Well,
artist,
who would win
just
in a battle, her or Demi Lovato?
I think Demi vocally,
Okay.
just off of what I saw Demi do live.
Well, that's her comeback though. That's Demi. That's Demi on her comeback wave.
But as a pop, like Selena's never been like considered like a real artist. Like she's always been just a product. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and she's trying to shed that here. Like she's trying to like be more of like an artist, and you can see her trying to be a little bit more open, even though she is pretty still even vague, a little vague, even though everybody knows who the fuck and what the fuck she's talking about because her whole life has been in the tabloids.
But that's what's crazy is she's more famous than Demi Lovato. Like more people know Selena
she's
Gomez.
more famous than a lot of people, but it's not for music.
I
you
know that's
like,
what's nuts. I'm just like, man, I don't know.
And I think this is, I don't think that's going to change anytime soon, but I do think this is a far better project than people would give it its credit for.
Mm-hmm.
And like, while it is super polished and definitely is a bit manufactured, you can definitely feel like there's a lot of help and studio assistance in this one.
Yeah.
She did try to kind of be like, she did kind of try to go like the Halsey route, but just doesn't, I don't think she has necessarily the skills or the experience to like fully take it there yet.
Yeah.
But just from a general, just enjoyable pop project, like this is just an enjoyable pop project. Like it's inoffensive, but not like bad.
Well, go ahead, Selena. That's what's up.
So,
word. Yeah. Well,
but let's get to 070.
Yeah. Oh, you already knew, huh? No, just because 070 bodied these niggas. Like, yo, when I tell you, this is like an anticipated album. This is a highly anticipated project I'm talking about. 070 Shake, Modus Vivendi. So, 070 Shake, for people who don't know, kind of hit the scene on, I mean, you could Kanye shit, pretty much. I mean, that's how everyone
came out. That's when she blew.
Yeah, I don't remember what song that was.
She was on
was it on
Yay? Whichever Yay was.
Okay.
Yeah. That's because I was like, nobody knew who she was. It was just like Pusha T signed a couple people, and like 070 was one of them.
Yeah.
And nobody really knew what that meant or what
she had a
even
song
really
bubbling like. That drew Kanye over to them, and she was.
Here's the thing: I don't think it was Kanye.
Well, it wasn't Kanye.
Really
Yes, Jules brought 070 to Pusha, and Pusha brought the music to Kanye. So Kanye heard that and was like, "Yo, let's get her on a track," and like probably didn't meet her when she laid the vocals first. You know, like that's how that went. But then she like dropped Yes Jules' man a bit after Pusha T wanted to sign it. But you know, what was the song called? Trust Nobody. That was the song. I don't really trust nobody.
I never heard the song.
That song's lit as fuck. Like that song, I listened to that song. I would sign her if I heard that song. Like that song's lit. But yeah, so that basically put her on the map. She's from Jersey.
The song was Ghost Town that really put people on there like, yo,
Yeah.
who the fuck is this?
Like, who's that voice? Who did that? And so basically, ever since then, kind of just been on the radar. Like, yo, and then she was on Kids See Ghosts as well. So like, she was like doing things.
She was part of that whole, rollout, I guess.
Yeah.
Good music sort of rollout, which didn't quite live up to it, but
I mean, she
brought
came out
attention,
well.
So I guess.
Yeah, like
yeah, it brought attention.
for sure. So ever since that
Ye
whole
didn't
thing,
come out necessarily well from there, but yeah.
I just been waiting, anticipating, and just wondering, like, with all the stuff that was going on with that camp, like, are they gonna like handle her project well? You know, because I remember what happened to Tiana Taylor's project, and that wasn't like handled the best.
Well, can I say she's better? She's more artistically talented than Tiana Taylor?
I would say focused. I would say artistically focused. Okay. Because talent could be described in many different ways. Tiana Taylor has a more versatile repertoire. So one would say Tiana's more talented because she directs, she dances, she writes, and performs. You know, she does a lot.
Okay, but I was speaking.
I know what you're talking about. I just don't want it to get confused. I don't want to that like.
You know exactly what I was
what
speaking
you were
of.
saying, but they might not know.
They'll try to deflect.
Hey, all right. Well, if you want to get to the shits, then we'll get to the shits. 070 is fucking way more savage. Like, her album, top to bottom, is just like play straight through. Like, this shit. When I'm telling you a concept, like, this shit was a wave. Like, the subtlety, it's crazy because she's talking about shit, but, like, if you just listen to it, you might not, like, get it until you actually, like, pay attention to the words and the vibe. You're like, yo, this story is lit. Like, it's crazy. It was just crazy.
She has a very unique style.
Yeah, the production is nuts. Like,
so the production is very reminiscent of a Kanye shit. Like,
oh yeah, I told Marvin as soon as it came out, like, cause he loved the album too. We were like, if Kanye didn't make that album with Cudi, Kids See Ghosts, we don't think that this album could have been produced as well. Like, it was like that whole sound.
Did Kanye even produce this album?
Because I don't know if he produced. Sure. I mean, well, his camp. I mean,
because I doubt it in the lane he's in right now.
Well, Kanye produces little of his own stuff too. Anyway, like, people piece it up for him now, and he adds.
So I'm saying I'm not sure in the space that Kanye's in right now. I'm not sure how much influence or how much input he had into this project, because it's hard me seeing how he is now focusing on.
Even if he wasn't there, he's in the album. Like, I mean, he's
his influence is all over this. Like, it definitely sounds like a Ye production. Like, it sounds like but like the period kind of after My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, like a little bit before
Yeezus.
No. Was it Waves? Not Waves.
Waves was
the album he wanted to call Waves.
TLOP.
Yeah. So, like, it feels like production from, like, around that kind of era, with the heavy 808s and, like, all that, like, the sense and, like, the moodiness of it. Like, it definitely feels like
it's like grand,
a Ye type production.
Definitely.
Like, if Ye didn't produce this shit, like, whoever did definitely did their best, like, Kanye impression.
Right, for real. Definitely. But yeah. Like, well, because even songs like The Pines reminded me of, like, Kid Cudi redid that song, and I always liked Kid Cudi's version, like the cover of The Pines. Like, I mean, Nirvana classically did the cover of that too. But, like, 070's version, because it's like a remake and not just a cover, is crazy. Like, that shit is lit. Like, just to rearrange a song like that, but, like, it still be reminiscent of the original in, like, such a well-done way. It's fucking with it heavy. Like, Yeah.
Yeah, and her style, like I said, is extremely unique. Like it's not a straight singing like style. It's like singing, rapping, kind of speaking to you
Yeah.
type of
It's
delivery.
like a bluesy
That
delivery. Like it's like
yeah, and it's
raspy
like
and
broken up into like parts. It's not like all just one flowing like
hmm
delivery, and I think that mixes extremely well with the production, and it created something special for sure.
yeah.
I don't think it got the recognition something like this should have
No,
gotten
it definitely
from a
did.
good music delivery.
Yeah, no, they dropped the ball on promo for that for sure. Cause
I literally have not heard shit from the camp about them.
at all,
Like,
still.
so I think that's gonna have to be another conversation later on about how good music is fucking up,
Yeah, one
like
of their artists
big
just
time with some
delivered
of
an
this shit.
amazing
Like
body of work. One of the albums of the year, probably, and they're not talking about it.
at all.
It's nuts. Yeah,
I
I'm
don't get it.
confused.
Because this shit is fire. I agree with you. Like at first, I was like, I wasn't really sure because I was kind of half listening when I first heard it, but when I really definitely went back and dug into it, I was like, this shit
Yeah,
is
like if you have
fire.
listened
Yeah,
to it, it might sound annoying at first. You might be like, oh, it's a little bit of that, but then like you hear it, and you're like, oh, this is crazy. Like it makes you feel like I don't know. It's interesting. It's just such a different type of
I
music.
mean, she's been the most interesting part of Kanye's whole last project, last few
Yeah,
projects. So it's like I wasn't too surprised because I was really interested to see like what she could do on
hmm
her own in her own capacity because this literally has
yeah,
no features, and she showed that she can carry an entire project
yeah,
easily by herself.
yeah, easily, and it's like a seamless like pretty much concept album. It's crazy.
Yeah, they're fucking up. They need to promote this the hell out of it. Like she deserves recognition for this. This is a special project. And for those who like say they missed kind of that earlier yay, like listen
For
to
real.
this album because it's very similar, like production wise and
Yeah.
stylistically wise, to what he
So,
would
like,
have
for
delivered
y'all
around
who
that
are gonna
time.
go listen to this, let me just tell you: before you listen to the album, listen to these two 070 songs. Actually, shit, there's three, but I'll give you that "Trust Nobody" song. That's the first single that she made. That like we'll give you for like day one fans. That's what we were into. We were like, oh shit, this is crazy. And another one's "Accusations." She's like saying, "Thank you for your accusations." Like she's singing it, and it's like it's just this dope. That kind of leads you in. You're like, okay, I see where it's going. So like those two songs coupled with like even crazier production and more introspective thinking is like what this album came to be. So it was like way better. It was like you could see it being as good as these other songs, but then this album seems like just a little bit of a step up, and you're like, oh shit, it's a real artist. So all props to 070 for delivering a dope album. Modus Vivendi.
Definitely. So that was what you're saying was your
One
album of the
of
year, and what I said was my album of the year right now is Tame Impala, The
ah,
Slow Rush.
I'm on the fence still. I mean, not in terms of it being a dope album, but I don't know if it's album of the year, man.
I don't know how you can say it's not up there.
It might be in the top 10 when all things are said and done.
So what's holding you back? That's all I want to know.
Well, what's holding me back is older work when I compare artists to their own shit. Sometimes
But we're comparing this project
I
to this year.
know. I'm comparing this project to their project. And that's what made me second guess if it's the best album right now. The deviations are a little
Well,
interesting. And just the
if it's not the best album, it's definitely in the conversation.
oh
As
no,
one
it's
of the best albums of
definitely
the
one
year.
of the most thought out projects for sure. Um,
And it's kind of similar in the lane of 070 is in like if you're looking for some vibes, this whole shit is a vibe. Like the way they use synths and like reverb and that mix electronic and pop, and like with like this airy kind of feel to it. With his vocals are already
Yeah.
kind of like floaty. Like it's a
Yeah.
whole vibe,
No, it's
man.
definitely like it takes you. It feels like a different era. It's almost like I don't know. It's like modern, like 70s, right? Like it's like I don't know. It's like this wavy, like
It reminds me very much so of
oh yeah,
Toro
yeah.
and
I can
Moi.
see that for sure.
They are very much in that kind of not dream pop, but kind of dream poppy, like retro
Yeah,
modern sound. Like it is very 70s type esque with like some of the production and stuff, and then like, but then you have like the modern electronic elements into it, and yeah, it creates like this otherworldly type of music, bro. Like honestly, like you can't really place it into any type of period or like
yeah.
just
It's
genre.
different.
Like it's
Yeah.
different.
No, I fuck with it for sure. Didn't mean to put so much shade on it, but
Like like borderline that
that's the
like
best song.
like that just whole like riff right there, like bro, that shit is
Hell yeah.
fire, yo.
That's the go to.
Like that shit is a whole vibe. Like you said, it's like very like 70s esque, but it's like very
Yeah,
modern at the same time. And it's just like a whole fucking vibe. And his like soft vocals on top, like it's yeah, that shit is
hmm
a fucking groove right there. And then you can vibe out completely with like one more
yeah,
hour.
for real. Damn, there's so much music that came out. I'm trying to
Yeah, that
think
shit's
of which
fire,
one I
bro.
want to talk about now.
Uh, so we're just gonna talk about like three heavy hitters because it's about how much time we have
Word
left
up,
right now. For we're gonna have to get to everything later.
Marshall.
We never talked about M. Yeah, so
Music to be murdered by.
there's a lot that people had to say about it. Both good and
Good and
bad.
bad, yeah. Honestly, I think it's
I don't think it deserved as much hyperbolic reaction as it got, but whatever.
yeah. I
Continue.
was just oh yeah, Skylar Gray's on that joint. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Nah, didn't Halsey wasn't Halsey on one of those? Oh damn.
No.
I thought Halsey did a feature. Maybe that was somebody else. Halsey was on somebody. Halsey did a feature for somebody that she like destroyed.
She's
Like
done a lot of features.
yeah, well she's
So
savage on features. That's all I got. They should have yeah, he should have got Halsey instead of Skylar.
she's a better
For
Skylar
real.
Grey. Like,
I don't know. The it was weird. Like the songs that I wanted that I thought I would like going into it, I didn't like. But then the songs that I wasn't sure about happened to be like the ones that were the better songs. Like when I saw Crook on the album, you know, I was like, okay, Crooked Eye and Eminem gonna give us some like lyrical miracle, like holy shit, what did they just say kind of shit, and they gave me a radio single, and I was like, no,
with
the
what?
other,
I Will?
um,
That's a radio single?
wait, oh, that's the no,
'Cause that's the
hold
only
up,
one Crook was on.
I've mixed that with the Royce album. Nah, the I Will song,
And I Will, he
yeah,
did
nah, I
absolutely body
will,
that shit. I'm sorry.
yeah,
Let me just get it out of the way. Eminem is top 3 lyricist of all time. Like, can I just get that out of the way? Like, I don't care what order you want to put him in.
I don't see a problem with that.
When it comes to actually bars and like wordplay and like spitting, he's a
Yeah,
fucking problem, bro. Like,
yeah.
like when he really gets into his bag, like
When it gets into his
he
bag,
is
it's
fucking
like,
nice
how does anybody
with the
do
pen,
that?
bro.
That's unfair. Don't try him.
His wordplay is fucking. He might have the best wordplay like ever. Like
Yeah.
he says shit on here that
Dog,
goes
he
over
has
people's
like
head.
quadruple
Like
entendres sometimes.
from a technical standpoint, That's what I'm saying. Like the way he pieces shit together, like people don't really understand some of the shit
Yeah,
that he's like really doing. Like there be some bars like niggas be like, "Oh, that's simple." I'm like, "No, no, no." Like listen to
yeah,
that whole shit again, and like, and then once you catch everything he just did, bro, like it's like
yeah.
this
He
nigga's
puts
nice,
bars
bro. Like,
together in a way where you're just
yo,
like, wait, what did you say? Like, how did you even what? Like, I don't understand how you could even come up with that. Like,
like he bodied shit, and he bodied a lot of
yeah,
shit on here. He was having a lot of fun
he
on this
did.
shit because from the opening get go premonition, he went hard, and I was like, oh,
Right.
okay, so this is what we are. Like, he's not that angry. He's not like
Kamikaze.
I feel like this. Yeah, I feel like he Kamikaze was definitely a
Yeah.
response like
He's
directly
like, fuck y'all.
to people,
Here's
and like
Kamikaze.
you tell he was trying to like yeah, he was being very vindictive and trying to like I just think he was rapping on this. Like he was just rapping. Like this is him. Like and what I was confused why people were like criticizing because like if you listen to any of his previous projects, like even his older shit, like it's all
Yeah.
set up like this. Like it's
This
in
is
the
the same
same type
format.
of
I
breakdown. Like
I bet
it's the
like
same
literally
format.
the
Like it's the
exact
exact
same.
same format
Like every album's this way.
as like the Marshall Mathers LP, like Eminem show. Like it's the
Yeah.
exact format. It's just
That
different
Don
production. And,
Toliver
like
feature and
it's just a
Anderson
different
Pot.
time, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like so I'm not really sure what people want from him at this point, but he was Eminem like to the most. Like this is one
For
of the most
real.
Eminem projects we've gotten
It was
in
weird because
so
like
long.
I thought
Like
the
I do not
Godzilla
understand.
song was gimmicky until I heard it. Like I played the album again and then I loved that song. And then I was like, damn, too bad like Juice wasn't there to like see it, but yeah. Hated the Ed Sheeran song. That's what I remember.
And like even
Whoa,
the songs
Ed
that people are like
Sheeran?
I don't fuck with.
That was the garbage juice of the album. That's what I remember. That shit was disgusting. That was
That is a very
He's
Eminem
the
song,
only one
though.
that
Even
would
at
make
this,
that
like
song.
that people when
Like
people
no
when people are like, I didn't want an Eminem club song, like, nigga, this is the definition of an Eminem club song. What are you
Yeah,
talking
nah.
about, bro? Like, yeah, shake. What was the
Shake
song
it.
he had?
Yeah.
He's like, shake
Yeah.
that ass, something
Shake
like
it.
that.
Shake
Yeah,
shake
like,
it.
bro, this is the classic Eminem club song. Like, it might not have
Oh
aged that well, but this
god.
is literally the classic
Yeah,
Eminem
that's
club
true.
song, bro.
Every album has one of those.
So for me, it was just like I get it. Like I was like, oh, it's not a song I'm gonna be going to very much like that, and like even like Stepdad,
Yeah.
like I'm not, it's not a song I'm gonna go back to. But he has songs literally like this on his best projects. Like I'm not. So when that people were like getting upset, I'm like, bro, this is literally
Yeah.
Eminem. Like when I think of an Eminem club song, that type
Mm.
of shit would pop into my head, bro. Like, and when you think of like Eminem kind of talking about the trailer park type stuff, like Stepdad is
Yeah.
literally that type of song. Like, so I'm not. So for me, he did exactly what Eminem was
Yeah.
doing. Like that's what Eminem does.
I
Like,
thought it was a great project overall. I just
and he's always worked with like who's hot right now. So I'm not really
it's
sure
just
what he was
Eminem
talking
doesn't
about.
like age well anymore. Like his music isn't like Godzilla lasted the longest
Yeah,
out of the whole
music
album,
changed,
probably.
bro.
And that's off the strength of Juice WRLD.
Darkness was pretty
Yeah,
fire too. I'm not gonna.
but I mean, in terms of like, playing consistently.
Well, yeah. I mean, music in general doesn't last that long these days, anyways. But
The-
those
We're
are
gonna hear
one a
that for
year.
the whole year.
Yeah, you got
Yeah.
what, one a year?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So like, and yeah, Godzilla, and I'm just like, the shit he did to the end of that.
that was
track
so
fucking
unexpected,
disgusting.
but amazing. That's what I wanted. That's the shit I'm like checking for. Like, yo, yeah, that's Godzilla right there. Lyrical, fucking domination.
I don't know. I fuck with it. I do. I fuck with it pretty heavy.
Yeah, but it's not gonna
Like
be
for
in
me,
the
this is
album.
an Eminem album. Like this is
It
exactly
might
what I
be in
expect
the
the Eminem
like.
album.
I don't know. It might not make the cut, depending on who drops this year.
There's gonna be a lot. So there's a lot of
I
heavy
mean,
hitters
I'll give
dropping
him
this
credit
year.
for the concept album.
Just the fact that
I
he
think
dropped
that
it.
was dope, incorporating Alfred Hitchcock and his weird style of, murdering in his music. So it was like,
That was
I
perfect
love
for him.
that concept. I thought that was
Literally
genius.
perfect. This is the most. I'll say this again. This is the most Eminem album we have literally gotten since probably the Eminem show. Like, this is Eminem shit. Like, it's like niggas who complain. It's like, oh, y'all didn't really fuck with or listen to Eminem when he was really hot though. Because if you did, you would know this is like how his albums have always been set up.
Yeah.
And that verse he did on "I Will" alone.
Oh yeah. I'm glad you corrected me because I was like
gonna body
confused
most people's verses all year.
Nah. It's funny though. He's still mad at Joe Budden.
I mean, I understand it. A lot of people don't like Joe. I don't like Joe half the time.
For real. That shit is funny though.
I can only watch so many clips and it was shit that they be talking about. I'll be real.
They be saying some shit. It's hilarious.
Some outlandish shit sometimes. I'm like, what the fuck y'all talking about, bro?
But yeah. Eminem. Pretty dope project.
Yeah. The most Eminem project he's put out since the Eminem show. So everybody who's talking about we want old Eminem, shut the fuck up. Because you clearly didn't listen to the shit that he's talking about before. This is literally
no facts.
What y'all wanted.
This is best project in like, 8 years?
Yeah, probably just Recovery, which was maybe even longer than that. Yeah, Recovery might have been like 2010, 2011. Either way, it's been a while.
Word up.
All right, next, Lil Wayne, another one. Bro, this year is crazy already. Like, big names have been dropping out the sky, bro.
About that.
And this one came out of nowhere.
In honor of Kobe Bryant's death, he released a 24-track album.
Do you know why you forgot about it?
Tell me. Why did I forget about it?
Because it's a very forgettable album.
It is not the Carter 2 or 3 or 4.
Oh, those days are long gone. There's never getting those days back. That was special. Like, that's never replicatable ever again.
Yeah.
But I will say there was a period where I was really questioning his ability to rap.
Oh yeah, you were like, is he all the way
putting
gone?
out a lot of bullshit.
He's not all the way gone.
And with this last album and this one, he can still rap. Like, clearly, his wordplay is still pretty crazy. Like, his metaphors and that. Like, but my thing is, his content is pretty trash.
Like he's just throwing shit together. Like,
he's not exactly like. There's no purpose here. There's no like reason why he's making a song. There's no reason why he's saying this verse. Like, there's no connecting tissue between anything. Like, it's just
like
him
I picked
talking.
like 6 songs that I liked, and it turned into like a nice little EP. You know, I was like, oh, I fuck with this. This is the album right here. Yeah, like
mixtape.
I put the
but it's 24 tracks. 24.
The T.O. Dark Side, Line 'Em Up, Get Out of My Head with X, Bastard, Satan's Kid, Ball Hard. That's the nice little EP right there.
Nah, like Mamma Mia.
Yeah, that would be like the 7th track.
Like songs like Mamma Mia and Harden, I believe it was.
Harden was cool.
Like, those beats and those songs are specifically for him to just rap whatever, you know? Like, I understand those type songs. Like, that's just him to just spit. But then every other song, like, there's no
there's
purpose.
no overarching
like, it's
theme.
Aimless.
There's
like,
no
it's
like
very
topic.
Aimless album.
It doesn't have a topic for any of it.
It wasn't hard, and I think it was Piano Track maybe.
But yeah, I mean, he can still go. But the thing is, I don't know if he really cares about making an album anymore. He's just doing it because that's the formula. Honestly,
because he loves music. I get it. You love the rap. You love music. But it's just like Carter 2 is one of my favorite albums of all time.
Same.
And he was spitting crazy on there too. But like they actually had points. Like like there was like actually concept to the songs and like
I mean he was spitting truth. He's spitting like
you can go through it and like and he's spitting stories and everything.
Yeah,
like
it was
you know
wild. Like he was telling real life shit. Like
he was doing both. And it's like I think as the years kept going on, like he just dropped the whole story, concept, whatever, like purpose behind a lot of his music and just was like, I'm just going in the booth and say whatever. And like sometimes I can produce something good and most of the time it just doesn't. Like
I mean,
and it's not like this album's bad. The album's actually good. Like I think he did a really good job production wise and like I said, he's not like he's not at his peak anymore, but he's not as bad as he was at one point. Like he was.
He doesn't look as washed
like,
up as I thought he was. At one point, I was like, "Oh shit, I think Wayne might be out of here."
No, people really.
But I think he just recovered.
Niggas was really questioning if he wrote his shit before. Like if anybody, like if he really made his own shit before. Remember the niggas like
like was it Drake this whole time? No, like. Shit. Nah. But yeah, who else we got?
It's just I don't know. So yeah, it came and went, which is weird to say about a Lil Wayne project, but it just came and went. And there's moments, but it's just too few. Like it's too long. It's way too long, and it's just too aimless.
Yeah,
too aimless. All right, last one. The big one. The one that everybody's talking about right now.
Well, see, that's a catch-22 because there's technically two albums that everyone's talking about right now. There's the Young Buck and the Old Buck. The guy who hasn't released music in 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about.
So we're going to talk about the guy who hasn't released music ever.
The Old Buck.
Okay.
We're going to come back around to him next time. But yeah, because he might drop another deluxe part
for real.
After a week, something else.
Word up.
So we'll let that sit for a
so
minute.
yeah.
Get back to that one.
Back to the album that all the hip-hop heads are talking about.
Jay Electronica written testimony. It's been 11 years. It's been 11 years. For one
how do you call that your debut album?
project?
First of all, this is the biggest cheat code I've ever seen in my life. I've never seen an indie cheat code more blatant in your face.
This is
like
exactly where I was gonna go.
Like in your face, and you still packaged it like it's a debut album. Like, what are you talking about? This is like a legacy album. This is not your debut. Like what the
So for everybody that doesn't know, Jay Electronica is a rapper who 11 years ago set the landscape on fire with one song, literally.
Exhibit C.
One song, Exhibit C. One of the greatest lyrical exercises.
That came out and I was like shocked. I was like, a lot of rappers are going to have to move over because...
Everybody was like, yo, who the fuck is this?
He came like from nowhere. Yeah.
Where'd he come from?
With the craziest bars since Jay-Z and like... Yeah.
And when are we going to get more?
When?
So if you didn't know, go listen to Exhibit C, preferably with the lyrics playing at the same time. And then, you'll go get a little feel for like why niggas was so hyped for him. And the question of when we were going to get more was not answered till 11 years.
From him.
This day.
Technically, he was on Control. he was there for that moment in hip-hop. He was there.
He had 3 moments in 11 years. He had a We Made It remix with
Yeah,
Jay-Z. He had the Control, and he had
yeah,
like one other thing,
that was it.
and that was it in 11 years. But he's been signed to Rock
Yeah.
Nation for almost the entirety of the time. Like,
Hmm.
and he finally dropped this long-awaited album. He announced it, I think, what, 2 weeks
Yeah,
ago?
around then
I
I
think
think.
last time we talked about it, maybe.
Yeah, and I was
So
so
maybe like
skeptical. I was
a
like,
month ago almost.
well,
He,
okay,
yeah, he said it's coming. Da, da,
yeah,
da.
we'll
So
see.
people like, yeah, all right, well, whatever, bro.
It
And it
did.
did.
It did.
And it's not just Jay
Not even a
Electronica on
little
there.
bit. Is there a whole Jay Electronica by himself song?
An interlude that's a minute and
Yeah.
something seconds long.
When I thought I was gonna listen to a Jay Electronica song, I thought I was gonna listen to. Oh, and I thought I was gonna listen to his album. I thought I was gonna hear him the whole time. Not one of my favorite rappers of all time. Like as
So
much or more than you. Like on your
yeah,
own shit.
yeah. So instead of like even on the album, it's just listed as himself with a couple,
Yeah, it
well,
was.
three guest features. Two of them being the Dream. So you're thinking,
Yeah.
oh, he's just gonna sing some shit. But when you play it, you'll hear a very familiar voice
Yeah,
on
in
almost
that
every single
voice,
track.
like you're like, I thought this wasn't the song yet. Did I skip a track? Like it didn't say his name until later. Oh nah, he just didn't say he was on this one. Like what the fuck?
Oh, his name's not
Oh
on the
well,
album at all.
track listing that I have, he's on it.
Oh well, the track listing I have,
Oh
he's
okay.
not even
So I have
on
like a
there.
weird one where it's like half of the songs his name's on it and half they aren't.
Maybe somebody went
Yeah,
in and was like, "All right, nigga, this ain't fair.
it's
Go
crazy.
ahead and change this shit." But right, and the familiar voice you're gonna hear is Jay Z, arguably the
H
greatest
to the
rapper of all time,
Izzo.
on literally half of the song, on almost every song, and some
Yeah.
points even more than half of the song. Some points you'll only get one
Hmm.
verse
And a
from
lot
Jay
of times,
Electronica,
honestly,
and
isn't
then you'll
Jay
get
Z
Jay
the
Z for
first
the
voice
rest.
you hear from a rapper? You hear
He's the
Jay
first
Z
rapper
first.
you will hear on his own on a
You
Jay
hear him first.
Electronica
Like
album,
that
bro.
was always. I was like, wait, isn't that against the rules? Like, like I was so like, wait, what? I was like, okay, fam. And Jay Z was going in when I'm like,
Oh,
wow. Like I was waiting for this Jay Z album.
Hove is Hove, bro.
Like
Like
what? Hoved on this.
niggas who ever question if Hove is still got it is that
Dog,
question
Hov
should never
skated
be asked
on this
ever,
album like
because every time he
hell
still puts
yeah.
out some shit, he
Like the
buys it.
only time, like there's like maybe 3 albums Hov ever put out that niggas question, and I guarantee you, if we go back to them, they probably aged way better than we thought. We probably love that shit. Like
Oh, they age
I
way
bet
better than
Magna
you think for sure.
Carta
Magna
right
Carta,
now
all
would
that.
bang out like a motherfucker. Like that shit was probably hard as fuck right now.
Oh, I went back and watched. I listened to,
Kingdom Come
was it
was
Kingdom
another
Come?
one.
Was that the one he?
Yeah,
Yeah, the one after Black Album that a lot of
yeah,
people
because
hated.
that one
I went
was
back.
like
I was
in
like,
between American Gangsta.
this shit kind of bang, bro. I was like, yo, he actually kind
Yeah,
of bang some shit
that
on
was
here,
the
bro.
lead up
Like,
to American Gangster. But everybody was like, "Nah, that ain't it." And I was
even
like,
like,
"All
was
right."
it Life and Times S.
Yeah.
Carter one? Like, he got his
So
shit, but
like, he fucking
he bodied
dog. He
this.
came through like
he,
this was nasty. It was like Magna Carta like swagger, but with like 444 like spitting game. So like, he was just ugh.
oh yeah, he
Like
was
Jay Z, like nigga.
he was
Where's
raw with it,
is your album coming this year? Is Hove gonna drop
talking that
this
shit. Like,
year? Like that's how I felt. Like he just did. Yeah, like
he just did. He just
he
did.
gave Jay
He
Lex
gave
his
you all
whole
the whole
album.
album.
He's like, all right,
And so I guess the whole point we keep saying about this, or why we keep bringing why we're like so up in arms about Jay Z being on this, is because it's your debut album from 11 years. It's been 11 years, and then your own debut album, you only give
yeah.
us, let's say, eight,
It's a
nine
trend
verses.
track album and one of them is
on
all
an entire
interlude.
project.
So there's really only 9 songs, and
And like it's
you get one
like I said, you
verse
gave us
on like
9,
4 of the
10 maybe
songs
verses
from
at
him,
top at the most.
and wow, yeah. But as a concept out, like as the project,
And you get the greatest rapper of
yeah,
all time to be on your project. Not just verse, not guest feature, but
yeah.
like literally collab on a
And it sounds
project
amazing.
as your
Let me
debut.
just say that honestly, this album sounds great. This album,
Yeah, as
we
much as
love the
we're like
album.
kind
We
of
are
shit
like,
on it, it's fine. Like, the production is fucking like the production is yo.
Doug,
The
I
production
can't
is
stop
fucking
playing this
amazing,
shit.
bro.
It's like,
Like
fucking, yeah,
Ghost of
Universal
Soldier Slim is
Soldier, like you said
that production
before,
is goddamn. Universal
Shiny
Soldier
Suit
is
Theory, like Hope's verse on that shit,
Shiny Suit Theory, like
dog.
Hove,
Like the audacity, Hope just be saying some
nigga.
shit. Like what?
Like I've just come like Tupac is always my favorite artist of all time, but like I've just come to the conclusion over the last 5 years that
I
Jay
don't
Z
think
is
we
the
can even
best
question
rapper
it
there
now. Like it's hard to say
walking
that
through.
Jay-Z's not the best rapper of all time.
Like as much like I love Nas, like Nas lyrically, like in storytelling wise, he's
The-
my favorite lyricist of all time. I can't argue that Dope is the greatest rapper
I mean,
to walk this planet, bro.
what rapper in the
And it's not
history
even that
of
close.
the game has ever lasted this long? And people cared
Nobody.
what he says.
What he says to this day, like it still means, and like he evolved literally.
Yeah,
With
there's
every,
rappers that came
years
after
that
him
went by.
that
Like he
we look at
evolved his
as
content.
old heads that are washed.
There's rappers whose
Yeah,
content literally can't last
yeah,
past 2 years. Like they have
yeah,
nothing else to talk about for a
for
year,
real.
really. This nigga's found shit to talk about for
Yeah.
30 something years, bro. And like
Dog,
in the most
he's
fly
giving us
fucking way,
bars
like
about
yo,
his
Science Theory
baby
is
being
fucking
fly
phenomenal, bro.
and the shit is hard. Like like uh like I just can't. Like Jay-Z is just
Yeah, so the album is phenomenal. Like it's
yeah.
the production is fucking incredible. Like
This
the
is one of the
verses
best
are
albums
fire.
of the
Like don't
year.
get me wrong, like
Honestly.
Jay Electronica is
Like
spitting.
this album is
Jay Electronica is spitting on this. Don't get me wrong. Jay Electronica
yes.
is spitting on this shit. Like
For real.
he's delivering some shit too. The problem we have with it though is that nigga, this is your debut album. Like you got the nerve. You had the nerve to
That's
come
what
at Kendrick
fam.
about being a better rapper. And your first project you come out, you put out with
Every
Jay-Z,
fucking
and
song,
Jay-Z
dog.
is on
Every
at
song.
least half of the project.
And some of the songs he washed you on. Well, he didn't wash you. You don't get he didn't washed on any song. But Jay-Z
And- But come on, bro. Like, here's a perfect example. There's someone on our team, heard the album, didn't know who Jay Electronica was, and he was like, everybody's talking about it, so I listened to it. It's like, yeah, man, that's dope. Jay was talking some shit, but I just wanted to skip what that other nigga was talking about because he didn't know who Jay Electronica was.
exactly.
And this is the whole point. Like this is really your first introduction to the world, and you decided
How
to
do
do
you
it with Jay-Z, and you expect niggas to consider you one of the greatest lyricists of all time. Get the fuck out of here! Like if people don't know who you are to begin with,
they're gonna be looking for
really
all
skip your
Jay-Z's
shit, bro.
bars.
Like
They're like, oh, they're literally people are gonna go to this just to listen to Jay-Z. Only.
to Hove. And
Oh, yeah.
that's a great.
His numbers are
going
gonna go through the
for a
roof.
debut project. Don't get me wrong.
His numbers are gonna
This
be
is
so
gonna get
high.
everybody listening and talking about your shit. But
Yeah.
they're gonna be listening and talking about Jay-Z shit, bro. Like, and you got the nerve to come in there like Kendrick, who's put out entire albums basically just by themselves and bodied every verse, and to be like, I'm a way better rapper than
For
him.
real. Like
Nigga, the nerve of these niggas, bro.
Jay-Z's
Like,
the greatest rapper of all time. Alive. Like what? Yeah, no, it's
Like, how dare you do this,
very
bro?
it's very blatant. Like that's the ultimate cheat code. I've never seen anything like this before in my life.
This is flagrant, bro. Like, how dare you put out this fire production, this fire, like, everything, and have the whole on, like, over half
like,
the album,
if
bro,
we didn't
as your
hate
A&R
Kanye,
project,
like if Kanye was in good graces and he was on like every 070 song in the album, I'd be pissed because 070 would like get no shine. It'd be like,
yeah, I'm here for 070. I was here for Jay Elect, and I got Jay, and I left for Jay. Like, I left for Jay-Z, bro. Like,
it made me want more Jay-Z and less Jay Elect.
I don't remember
No,
Jay
I don't.
Electronica verses.
I remember a couple
Jay-Z's
Jay
verses.
Elect bars, but I remember just the shock and awe and like Jay-Z just had some.
I remember Jay-Z moonwalking all
Yeah.
over fucking
Yeah.
Shiny Shoe Theory and Universal
True.
Soldier.
And even at the end, the last track,
So,
like
like,
I
it's
remember
just like, man.
Jay-Z just talk rap, like kind of shit. Like I was like, oh, all right, a new bag, another bag. Like, I don't even remember anything he said.
Yeah, the album is like,
Y'all,
album is
this
fire.
is off of like
Yeah.
10 listens
Album
in less
is
than 24
absolutely
hours.
phenomenal.
So, like, give us a little bit, but
Like, I'm gonna go look at the production credits because that shit is fucking phenomenal.
no,
Like,
this shit
it's
is amazing.
444,
I'm listening
like,
to
levels
this.
type
Like,
shit,
this
like-
right now, it's my favorite album. I'm just like being heavily critical because of the cheat code. I know it's I can see the code, and I know you used it.
Oh, he's disqualified. He's fully disqualified from conversations of best rappers
Yeah,
out
nah.
until you put
Like,
out
you
a
don't
project
even
of
have
your
a
own.
full-
like,
like, yeah, nah.
fully disqualified.
I can't. Well, because this is like a duo. This is like a collab project. This isn't.
That's like Kendrick. That's like Kendrick finally getting his debut.
Right,
Half the songs have
It's
like
like,
Nas on it.
oh shit, yeah, that makes no sense. It's like, is it really his album? Is it?
Yeah, like Cole could have did the same shit. Like Cole could have put out his debut and
For
like
real.
had half that would be like it, but not like he wouldn't establish himself. Like nigga, you still not established, bro.
That's
like,
so weird.
And I'm not gonna wait another 11 years
Oh
for
my
another
God.
project. So,
11 years.
and I don't think he's got
It's
another
chilling.
shit in the works. Like
real.
so,
That's
this might be
nuts.
all we got, bro. And while it is absolutely phenomenal, and like you said, it might be one of my favorite albums of the year right now.
No facts.
I wouldn't have been mad if it was
It
only
just
Jay-Z.
it's part of the. It's weird, but it almost feels like a Jay-Z surprise album, like more than a Jay Electronica debut. I'm like,
Yeah,
damn.
it was like, damn, nigga, I didn't know you. Niggas didn't know if you was still recording that.
It's almost like
damn, you
Jay-Z
still recording.
forced
Like,
Jay
alright.
Elect to get in the booth so that he could put out an album. He's like, yeah, Jay Elect, I want to put out some music, but I just want you to have a few more verses than me. So let's get in the studio.
Like he's like, yo, I got these leftovers, bro. Like,
Dog, I'm
you
pretty
need-
sure
you need to
like
get this
some of that
contract
is
done, bro.
leftovers
Like,
from some shit. Yeah, or the
444.
Beyonce Hove thing.
Because the Beyonce Hove was leftovers already.
Yeah, and
Beyonce's
444 a little bit. It was sort of like them coming together. But I mean, there's a lot of music.
I don't know, like I say, it's fire. Absolutely fire. Like, don't get me
Right.
wrong, I'm about to listen to this shit immediately after this. And Jay Elect got some bars, but it's just like,
Yeah,
nigga,
no.
how dare
I
you?
still.
And while he has bars, they're not on Exhibit C
Yeah.
levels, which I talked about with you before. Like,
Well, because none of the
Exhibit
songs
C.
are even as long as Exhibit C.
different.
Yeah, none of the verses are that long.
Yeah, none of the verses.
That's the
like,
only
you don't
reason,
really get a
though.
chance to, like,
Because
really get
honestly,
into
I
it
was thinking
bad,
some
like-
of the bars are kind
And
of almost like hitting that. It's just they get cut short and Jay-Z comes in. So, yeah, I was like, oh shit, you were
Yeah,
taking
I
me
just
somewhere,
forget
but
what
it's
that was
Hove now. So, like,
You got the most iconic one of the most iconic musicians, period, in all of the history of man, to be like right after your first verse,
like,
or before you even rap
I'm
on your
trying
own
to,
album.
like,
Man. Like you
catch
expect niggas
what
to pay
he
attention to
just
your
said.
shit. Like,
You're coming in.
nigga, how dare you,
What
bro?
Pope just say? Like, yeah. So,
Yeah. Yeah, it reminded a couple whole verses. I
right.
didn't remind this single Jay like verse.
Yeah.
So it's a very smart but a very
Yeah, very
stupid move at
smart,
the same
very
time.
stupid. But the album's fire. The album's phenomenal. Like, what the fuck? This album is crazy, dog.
The album's fire, nigga.
Like,
Like,
wow.
this is definitely like a
this album is
catalog,
like, wow.
like
But still.
wow moment.
Yeah.
Pissed off, disappointed,
Yeah.
but can't stop listening.
That's nuts.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, that's a lot of music we covered that we haven't been able to cover. We're definitely gonna hop back on next week though, because we have still a lot of music that we did not cover that we will get to. Yeah. So we got nothing better to do. With the coronavirus going around, you know, a lot of time on our hands, a lot of music to really listen to, and you know, if you guys have any thoughts or opinions about any albums that we talked about today, or any albums that you want us to talk about next time, let us know in the comments down below. Yeah, what do you guys think specifically about Jay Electronica coming out with Jay-Z as his debut? I want to hear people's opinions on that. Yeah, if you have any questions, topics, concerns about this podcast, future podcasts, or you know, any podcasts we had previously, let us know also in the comments down below. And if you like any Get rocking the videos like this hoodie or the beanies that we both got on. You can't get the shirt, that's a throwback. Or any gear, you know, that we have in videos, you can also head over to the official site and grab some for yourself. Thank you guys for listening. If you were liking these podcasts, please smash that like and subscribe button for us. It helps us out greatly. And yeah, we'll be back shortly with some more music talk and other stuff. And I'm sure there's a lot more that's going to happen with all this craziness going on around the world. So we'll definitely check back in soon. Hope everybody out there stays safe and healthy and, you know, be smart.
Stay safe.
So, but
keep living life fearless.
Until then, till next time, do what, Doris? Yep.
Peace.
Talk to you guys soon. Peace.